call the meeting to order and ask for a roll call.
Belsley.
Here.
Blunier.
Yes.
Here.
Here.
Lehman.
Here.
Newman.
Here.
Parrott.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We don't have any public hearings tonight. I would like to welcome Mr. Carter Parrott here tonight, representing the second grade school at Grundy School. Welcome, Carter. And we do have a presentation tonight by the Peoria Area Convention Visitors Bureau. We welcome Don Welch to the podium.
Thank you, Mayor, and we're pleased to be here tonight. Thank you for allowing us to come in and make a little presentation. We've just finished up a little meeting with Trustee Belsley and Ginger Herman, looking forward at what other things we might be doing for the Village of Morton, to market the Village of Morton. So, Kara Allen, who's our Vice President of Marketing, Communications, and Operations, has the bulk of the presentation. So I'll turn it over to Kara Allen.
I think I just got something new added to that title. Hello. So I'm sure many of you know what we try and do for Morton and how we incorporate Morton into our everyday activities. Our goal is to, one, market Morton as a leisure destination, and two, to market Morton hotels and venues as places for meeting planners and sports planners to want to choose when they come to the area. So we do that twofold through leisure promotion outside of the area, so Chicago, St. Louis, and print ads, digital ads. We do that through leisure promotion around the area, so places like Pekin, Washington, Peoria, because we want our locals to experience everything there is to do in our areas as well, and to get outside and of their comfort realm, get outside of their hometowns, experience new things. So we do a lot with the promotion of the Pumpkin Festival, of course. That's like the really big one. Ledgestone Disc Golf has been quite a big one to come to the area. A lot of communities take part in that. It's a lot of fun. They're coming back, and they're bringing worlds as well, which is really exciting because we treated them so great that they just love us and want to come back to our area. We promote things like indulgence tours, Tazewell County Art Loop, hometown holidays. We do this through video promotion, through interviews, live television. All of our marketing is constantly trying to reach out and make sure what you guys have to offer, we show and we showcase to the world. We're in some pretty big magazines. Illinois Country Living, we promoted Morton in that, and the packets in front of you kind of tell it all. I did a summary sheet on the front because I tend to get long-winded and or have a very long report. So summary sheet on the front kind of goes through everything that we do and that we've done the first 3 quarters of this year. It shows what our sales team has done as far as leads, and a lead is any opportunity that our sales team gathers to bring an event to the area. We collect those RFPs, we send out a lead to all of the hotels and venues that it might fit, and then those hotels and venues respond. So those are the leads that we've sent out, the 122 to Morton hotels, that was this year. And then we submit that back to the meeting and sports planner and say, hey, this is what we have to offer. Something really neat that's starting to happen is people want experiences. You might not consider your conventions that are coming to the Peoria Civic Center or the sporting youth groups that are coming in necessarily leisure, but they are. These are their vacations. Sometimes they're little work vacations. We try and get them to spend an extra couple days, experience our area, get out of town, find unique things. They want experiences. They want the Instagram photos, the fun things that they can post that nobody else has done or seen. So that is really something we're playing up on for that and for Morton. You guys had we had a really cool travel writer visit. She visited last year. We brought her in, set her up. She stayed in Morton, went to the Pumpkin Festival. She released all her stuff about a month prior to the festival this year. She did a podcast and took a bunch of pictures and got a really good response. So that her name was Connie Reed with Midwest Wanderer, if you want to look her up. That was really fun to have. So I think in the past couple years, we've had a couple of those travel writers, really something we try and push to because they find a unique spin on what there is to do. Let's see. We do all our email blasts, like I said, our videos that we do. Our sales team has been over here to train and work with the hotel staff and the hoteliers, kind of show them what the leads are, what we're doing, what we're sending them, the best way to respond, and creating those relationships with the hotel owners so that we can push more room nights towards Morton. Anyway, so I know I stand up here and talk, and sometimes it's a little boring. So we put together a little video kind of explaining what we do, and it's fun, and I know it's going to make us extraordinarily memorable. Better than listening to me talk,
No, it's
right?
very good.
But if anybody has any questions, or even if you don't have any right now and you're looking through this and you have a question, please feel free to email me. We just got out of a great meeting where hopefully we can work closer and really hone in on some of the needs of the community and maybe help out in that way. It was a pretty neat meeting. So maybe.
Well, Carol, thanks for coming. You and Don both. Appreciate that. Any of you trustees have any questions or comments?
Yeah, I just echo those sentiments as well. I appreciate the Bureau coming out and updating us again on your involvement in our community. And we've been a partner with your organization for several years now. And when I say that, it's really in the truest sense of the word partner, because I know you work very closely also with other organizations within Morton, certainly the Chamber, and our own tourism association as well. And then I know with the staff, Julian and her team as well. And just in a short time, it's pretty amazing to see the numbers that were put up there on the screen, the number of touch points that are out there. And I think something also that we overlook, I guess, is that you're actually putting dollars back in here, spending them with our own businesses as well, and that's another benefit to those efforts as well. So appreciate your efforts over the years, and in this day and age, we certainly no different than most communities that we're struggling with new sources of revenue and income. And I've come to the more that I've learned and working with your team and others over the past year and a half, come to appreciate the value of the tourism efforts and what it can mean to our community in bringing new sources of income, but also just bringing people simply to our community that might not otherwise have come or crossed paths here. So again, thank you for your efforts, and look forward to working with you, continuing to work with you in the coming year.
Thank you.
I wanted to also thank you for coming out this evening, and all of this was actually was pretty neat for me to see. I guess how much we are trying to create a presence out there and how much we're truly advertising. It's important to me and everyone on the board, of course, to try to draw new advertising dollars to our town, especially for in sales tax, which is real important. General fund is a real hot topic and has been for some time. Just looking through here, being in the car business, advertising is huge and something that I spend a lot of time with. And I guess I was just curious to see some of these things when you say that you have email blasts. If you don't mind me asking, who's pooled in those emails?
Our leisure email blast is typically within 60 miles of here. We've got some Chicago, some St. Louis, some people that sign up when they're here, but that campaign's primarily targeted within 60 miles.
And how large is your audience? How many email addresses, roughly?
Over 5,000. I think it's like 5,032.
Yeah, it says 5,000.
I don't know. They go
So it's
back.
5,000
Yeah.
subscribers, I guess, so to speak.
Yeah.
That's what I was to make sure.
And that's for our leisure. We also do a partner newsletter that we send out, and that's to about 500 businesses in the area that kind of updates them on new things too. But our leisure is over 5,000.
Would you say that's probably one of your larger ways to touch different people as far as from mass, I guess?
For
to
local,
speak?
yes.
For local.
For local, yes. We submit a lot of our events and a lot of our bigger things to Illinois Office of Tourism as well, and they push that out in their email blasts and their calendar of events. Our calendar of events is probably, no, it 100% is our biggest page on our website, and it's what we promote in our digital advertising. Here's what's going on in our area. So that's probably, our calendar of events probably touches the most people for sure. But the Illinois Office of Tourism, goes way further. They go international, but they do collect our information and push it out to people as well out of state.
So calendar events, Pumpkin Festival, for example.
Oh, yeah.
Events like that. So that takes
Yeah, now
place.
events like the Pumpkin Festival, that's one of the ones that we submit to the state. We get 4 major events a quarter. So that is one of the 4 major events that we submit to the state so that they push it out even further. And they really concentrate on it, and they devote their time on that. And each bureau is very limited in the special events that they can submit. But Pumpkin Festival is one. And that's the one that we mostly advertise in our print. So our print calendar of events, our travel magazines, Illinois Country Living, Midwest Living, things like that. That's the big target there that we focus on.
Social media mentions. Which forms of social media do you use? Facebook?
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We try really hard with Instagram, but that's more of an aggregator for us for photos that we use when people tag us. But definitely Facebook and Twitter. So that's
Facebook is, it seems to be, it's becoming larger and larger for this type of advertising,
Definitely is.
especially.
We currently have one employee that's Hootsuite certified in our office, so we're able to, we do our social media calendars a month out to 2 months out, so we know that we're hitting all the hot topics, that we're pushing enough money behind the events that we need to. So our calendar. So if there's ever anything that you guys really, really want to push, we do those social media calendars in advance, and we can make sure and get it on our platforms. Hootsuite. Hoot, like an owl.
Hootsuite, I like Hootsuite. That's it. No,
It's
a good
just a
one.
way for us to aggregate all our social media platforms, and a lot of times we do events on Facebook,
Yeah.
Facebook page events, so it puts them all on one platform for us so that we can see them all at once.
No, they're a great company. The with Facebook, I guess you're saying when you put money behind, I guess you're talking about boosted posts
yeah.
and such.
Yeah,
Do
we'll,
you know roughly like a budget that we put towards it, or?
Well, when you go into Facebook and you put your target, that usually gives you a good idea of how many people you're going to hit per day. So we kind of base it on that. We want to make sure to hit a couple thousand people, at least. It can be anywhere from, if your demographic's small, it can be anywhere from $10 a day. It can range up to $20 a day, $25. We're not spending thousands of dollars on Facebook boosts, but we are spending a substantial amount to make sure we hit the right audience in the
No,
right areas.
You hit the nail on the head. That's,
So.
yeah, even $10-20 can go a long ways.
Sure can.
So I guess you're saying if we had ideas for events or things that should be boosted, by all means we could.
Yeah,
reach
let us
out?
know for sure.
Okay.
I know that we helped 2 years ago with the 5K and the Pumpkin Festival. We did some digital ads for that. And we ran those, and we targeted for the 5K, we targeted gyms, Rock Island Trail, any type of fitness place. We targeted other 5Ks that were happening within a couple months ahead of it, or no, I think it was about a month. But we targeted other 5Ks just for that one day it was happening in that location. And then people with interest on social media, such as running clubs, foot races, things like that. So you really, we're creepy. We got this.
Well, those target audiences,
Yeah.
creating those is it takes a lot of time, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, so that one was a lot smaller. The race, the 5K one was as far as target, but then the Pumpkin Festival, there's a ton of people that like fall festivals, and when you're targeting that kind of stuff, so.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that. I guess we'll give us some things to look over, because I would like to, I'm sure us as on the board would like to reach out and different things, and we have
Perfect.
suggestions for it.
Perfect.
Appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Thanks again. And I guess on the public comment, me and Mr. Carter think that video is pretty good. Think that video is pretty good? Think so. You picked the right meeting to come to, Carter. We've never had a video like that before. That was good. The consent agenda tonight is the approval of the minutes, the regular meeting, November 19th, 2018.
Excuse me, we have one more public comment.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, before they walk out, I just, for the public, Leanne Brown, the Economic Development Council and Chamber of Commerce, and I've had the pleasure to sit on the Peoria Area Convention Visitors Bureau board for several years now, and it's true all of what they've said about partnerships and how much they share what's happening in Morton and our events. They do, and they do well. We meet often and talk about creative strategies. I think we actually have a meeting coming up on 4 Fridays as well. So just thank you guys for everything that you do. And the reach really expands beyond our capabilities into all their networks. So it's definitely a great partnership. And speaking of events, we recently hosted our hometown holidays. And excuse me, it was a great kickoff. And just want to thank many people that were involved in that. We had a great partnership with the place and village staff, and a lot of committee work. So a lot of hard work went into hosting that event. So hopefully you were able to come out and enjoy the tree lighting and many other activities, and continue to shop local. You can still, if you're shopping local, you can register to win. We still have gift cards to issue out. So continue to enjoy hometown holidays. Just want to share a few things happening around the community with businesses. If you have noticed behind Growmark in the green space that used to be back there, Enterprise Rental Car has constructed their building and it is just about up and running. It is their intake and processing facility for the region, for all their other Enterprise rental car locations, and will also be their rental center. But they are hiring about 30 drivers. So if anybody knows of somebody that's interested in a job, spread that news that Enterprise is hiring. Speaking of other jobs, autonomous stuff, if you have not noticed, they are in their additional space out there past Erie, where their other location is. And they are still hiring, so any engineers out there, autonomous stuff does have some additional job openings. And speaking of engineers, Morton Buildings, they continue to have growth, so again, additional engineers are needed. A fun story, Super Sublimation, a business that's been downtown Morton. Not really any signage on the exterior of their building, so a lot of people probably don't even know they exist. But they have had tremendous growth over the last year, and they are moving to a new location out on Erie and continue to expand as a company. They are a different technology of screen printing, so it's a dye process, and they have a lot of international clients. They do mass production, small orders, custom orders, t-shirts, sweatshirts, blankets, bags, socks, all sorts of unique products, and they continue to grow, and they are hiring another seamstress, I do know. So be looking for that company to move out on Erie. Unum, if you've not visited there, they are now open for lunch through the week. So if you need another lunch option, visit Unum. And we are going to host our first bike Morton meeting. So if anybody likes to casually ride, ride as a family, a avid cyclist, we are meeting later this month at the Chamber EDC office. So if you're interested, reach out to us. We'll let you know more about that meeting, just to explore the opportunities and how we can enjoy biking around our community. And we have our Distinguished Service Award nominations open. So each year at our chamber annual meetup, we give the honor of a Distinguished Service Award, and we allow the community to nominate. So those nominations are open. You can find that on our website. And the annual meetup is Thursday, February 7th. Our festival theme has been decided and will be announced on Thursday, February 7th. So I know the CVB will be there, and then planning will quickly go into action for 2019 festival. And also this week we'll be releasing our 2019 official calendar. So be on the lookout for that information as we move into 2019. So just thought it'd be helpful to share some updates. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Leanne. Anybody else? We'll try this one more time.
Sorry about that.
That's fine. Consent agenda. I just want to make sure Carter had a chance.
That's right.
Approval of the minutes, regular meeting November 19th, 2018, and the approval of the bills. Could I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any comments? Call the roll.
Blunier,
Yes.
Hare,
Yes.
Lehman,
Yes.
Newman,
Yes.
Parrot,
Yes.
Belsley.
Yes.
Motion passes.
I have nothing tonight. Village clerk,
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
village administrator.
I have nothing on the agenda, but I was going to ask the village clerk, is petitions for the election, are they due?
Yes, I should mention that candidate petition filing period starts next Monday, December 10th, and it will go through that week, and I believe the following Monday. The order the names are put on the ballot is determined by the order they are filed. So if everybody's there, or whoever is there at the opening time, I believe it's 8 or 8:30. It's on the packets that were given out. I believe it's 8 o'clock. Everybody who's there at that time, there's a drawing to determine the order, and then from then on, it's just the order they come to file. So thank you for the reminder.
Chief of Police,
I have nothing this evening, Your Honor.
Corporation Counsel,
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Director of Fire and Emergency.
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Thank you. Director of Public Works.
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
That's unusual.
What? What?
Planning and Zoning Officer.
One item tonight, Your Honor. This is from the public hearing held by the Planning Commission last Monday night. It was a special use request, and this special use request was granted once before, but never enacted. So they are actually going to build this car wash out there on Martha's Parkway is what they call that little private road back there by Kroger. And that's the empty lot, 915 is the address, but it's the empty lot that's between the new remodeled KFC and Pizza Ranch.
Okay.
So they plan to move forward with building this car wash, and they made their presentation to the Plan Commission, and they got a unanimous recommendation to approve that. So that's what I bring to you tonight.
Okay. Could we have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Second. Any comments or questions for Mr. Spangler?
I'm just curious, is this similar to the previous version that they
Yeah.
didn't act upon? Okay, there's no real significant changes or anything what was
Do
proposed
you remember
earlier?
those pictures of how nice it was? There's similar ones that have gone up around Peoria and Bloomington that are pretty. The flow of traffic,
Right.
the traffic is very nice.
Circles, they got the car wash, or the vacuum
Yep.
islands, I guess you'd call it.
And most of them have a dog wash. inside, so just so you want to wash your dog. Really? Yeah, I'm not kidding. No, I know. Remember, we're dog friendly.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Any other comments? If not, call the roll.
Hare.
Yes.
Lehman.
Yes.
Newman.
Yes.
Parrot.
Yes.
Belsley.
Yes.
Blunier.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Does any of the village trustees have anything tonight, or any comments? If not, we'd ask for a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.